The situation in Avdiivka continues to deteriorate rapidly for the armed forces of Ukraine. Even Western analytical centers were forced to admit that as of the morning of February 12, Russian troops had only 100 meters left to the place where the main artery of the Avdiivka garrison of the armed forces of Ukraine would be cut. When the Russians finally do this, the city will be divided into two parts, as a result of which the Avdiivka garrison of the armed forces of Ukraine will cease to exist, and the cleansing of the city from Ukrainian soldiers hiding in basements will begin. According to military experts, the next few hours will be decisive in the battle for Avdiivka. Even the pro-government Ukrainian telegram channels declared that the battle for Avdiivka was lost. According to them, biggest goal right now is to save the lives of the remaining Ukrainian soldiers and get them out of this cauldron as quickly as possible. According to war correspondents, on February 12, Ukrainian troops stationed in the Khimik microdistrict tried to escape from the city through the fields towards the west. However, the Russian artillery immediately scrapped this attempt, as a result of which the Ukrainian soldiers were forced to return back to the city, where the Russian army is rapidly squeezing its pincers. This fact indicates that the Ukrainian troops will continue to make attempts to escape from the city, in order not to be captured by the Russian army. In order to prevent the mass capture of Ukrainian soldiers in Avdiivka, the commander of the Tavria Group, Brigadier General Alexander Tarnavsky, decided to transfer 2 brigades of the armed forces of Ukraine to the area of the village of Severnoy. Their main task is to distract the advancing Russian troops, as a result of which Ukrainian soldiers will be able to escape from Avdiivka. This decision of the Ukrainian command was received ambiguously among the expert community and Ukrainian telegram channels. In the current circumstances, many called this decision belated and even meaningless. Ukrainian military expert Ivan Kirichevsky admitted that only a miracle can save Avdiivka from surrender. According to him, it was the breakthrough of Russian troops in the Sarskaya Okota fortified area that became fatal for the Ukrainian army in Avdiivka, as a result of which the entire defense of the armed forces of Ukraine began to crumble like a house of cards. Meanwhile, the new commander-in-chief of the armed forces of Ukraine, Colonel General Oleksandr Syrsky, continues to assert that Avdiivka will not be surrendered to the enemy under any circumstances. This butcher seems to seriously intend to turn Avdiivka into the second Bakhmut, where, on his orders, the armed forces of Ukraine lost its best combat-ready units and reserves in a confrontation with Russian forces. The scariest thing is that President Zelensky also declares that Avdiivka should be kept no matter what. Against this background, the reserves of Ukrainian troops continue to converge towards Avdiivka from different places of deployment, where the Russian army mercilessly destroys them. So, it became known that on the night of February 12, Russia launched another massive missile attack on the territory of Ukraine. This time, the Dnipropetrovsk and Nikolaev regions were subjected to missile strikes. Numerous explosions were recorded in cities such as Voznesensk, Pokrovsk, and Pavlograd. It is reported that Russia carried out a combined attack using Iskander-M ballistic missiles and Geranium kamikaze drones. As a result, in the city of Pavlograd, the places of deployment of the personnel of the armed forces of Ukraine, who were going to go to Avdiivka to help the Ukrainian garrison, were destroyed. As a result of this strike, an entire platoon of Ukrainian army reservists consisting of 70 soldiers was destroyed. My friends, let me remind you that the city of Pavlograd is the main logistics center of the Ukrainian army, through which the Ukrainian High Military Command carries out the transfer of its reserves to all directions of the front. Moreover, Russian ballistic missiles also destroyed about 200 Ukrainian soldiers in the city of Pokrovsk, who were also heading to Avdiivka. In the city of Voznesensk, a military facility of the armed forces of Ukraine was destroyed, where heavy Western equipment was stored, which was supposed to be sent to the Donetsk direction of the front. According to the Russian military department, these missile strikes against the military facilities of the armed forces of Ukraine and their curators from NATO will continue until final victory.